Thank the gentleman. Mr. Speaker, we all love hearing about American success stories. Might be that startup that begins with an idea, a couple of dollars, and a lot of hard work that grows into a business that can support a family, that serves a community, and provides for the future. And many family business owners and ranchers and farmers, they do hope to keep that success going by passing it on to the next generation. However, for too many, the dream of taking over the family business can quickly turn into a nightmare. While having to cope with the loss of a loved one, relatives are often forced to make tough decisions in order just to meet the estate tax obligations under law. It can mean taking on large amounts of debt. It can mean selling off critical assets. It can mean even closing down the business and being forced to sell the entire family farm or business just to pay the taxes alone. The truth is that average Americans can be negatively affected by this tax. Not only are businesses not being passed down to the next generation, but they're also being forced to lay off other employees that are currently employed. When a small business shuts its doors and then lets those employees go, it can have a very profound effect on the community. Farmers can be affected by and impacted by the federal estate tax simply based on the value of the farmland alone. And that doesn't even take account, Mr. Speaker, the buildings, the equipment, the livestock, and other non-liquid assets that are present. I spoke to a Minnesota family business who was forced to be spending 20% of their net income on an expensive life insurance just to fund their future death tax obligations. That's money that's not being used to expand and grow the current business. So we have to ask ourselves, Mr. Speaker, for a country that prides itself on the American dream that we all agree on and the idea that our children will be better off than we were, does it make sense to penalize success? I ask for support for this legislation. I commend the gentleman, Mr. Brady, for his leadership on this legislation, and I yield back.
Gentleman from Texas.